Hey everybody, welcome back. It's Friday. Yay, Friday. All right, so we're going to keep working on multiplying decimal numbers. Today we're going to do decimal numbers that are less than 1. So we're going to multiply decimal numbers less than 1, things like 0.25, by a whole number, and then we need to make sure we can put the decimal point in the right spot. Before we do that though, we're going to work on some unit conversions. So hopefully this will be something you remember from previous years. 12 inches equals how many feet? 1 foot. 1 foot equals 12 inches. 24 inches equals 2 feet. 2 feet equals 24 inches. 30 inches equals 2.5 feet. Or 2 5/10 feet, but 2.5 feet sounds better. And 2.5 feet equals 30 inches. Now, 36 inches equals 3 feet. 4.5 feet, or 4.5 feet. I'm skipping here, so you're not going to say that it's 42 inches, 4 feet is 48 inches, and half a foot would give me 54 inches. Okay, just a real quick thing to kind of get our brains going, and then we'll move on to multiplication. Okay, so you remember how in one of our previous lessons we worked on taking a decimal number and multiplying it by a number and then dividing it by that same number to find where we put the decimal point? Well, we're going to do the same thing here. So we have 25 hundredths times 51. Before I do that, I'm going to multiply 25 hundredths times 100 to get a whole number. So that equals 25. Now I can actually multiply two whole numbers, and then we'll divide it to get our decimal number. So I'll do the area model first, and then we'll do the standard algorithm. So 5 times 1 is 5. 5 times 50 is 250. So that equals 255. Now, second step, 20 times 1 is 20. 20 times 50. 2 times 5 is 10. I need 2 more zeros. So this equals 1020. When I add those together, 5 plus 0 is 5. 5 plus 2 is 7. 2 plus 0 is 2. And I have nothing to add to my 1. So I have 1,275 hundredths. So I would put the decimal point in between the 2 and the 7. Now, I'm going to cross this off and move it over here, because I ran out of space, because I wrote it too close. So again, we're going to multiply 51 times 25, and we're going to do it with the standard algorithm. 5 times 1 is 5. 5 times 5 is 25. Notice my partial products match up. Now, moving to the tens place, what do I need in my ones place? Everybody say it for me. 0. 2 times 1 is 2, and 2 times 5 is 10. I don't even have to regroup anything. Now I can add those two together. 5 plus 0 is 5. 5 plus 2 is 7. 2 plus 0 is 2. Nothing to add to my 1. Again, this is 1,275 hundredths, so my decimal goes right there. Okay, next up, we're going to multiply 56 hundredths times 84. And again, 56 hundredths times 100 will give me 56, which I have over here in my area model and right here in my standard algorithm. So now I can multiply 6 times 4 and get 24. And I can multiply 6 times 80 and get 480. When I add those two together, I get 504. Now I'm going to move to my tens place. 50 times 4 is 200. 50 times 80 is 4,000. When I add those two up, I get 4,200. And when I add my two partial products, I get 4,704 hundredths. So my decimal point would go between my 7 and my 0. So I'm going to do the same thing in the standard algorithm. 4 times 6 is 24. This time I do have renaming I have to do. 6 times 8 is 48 plus 2 is 50. And there's my partial products. Then I'm going to move to my tens place. 0 in the ones place. 5 times 4 is 20. And 5 times 8 is 40 plus 2 is 42. Add those together. Again, I have 4,704 hundredths. So that equals 447 and 4 hundredths. Now, let's say I'm going to multiply a 2-digit decimal number by a 3-digit number. Okay, so again, I want to get rid of my decimal point. I'm going to multiply by 100. That gives me 98, which, right here on my area model, right here in my standard algorithm, multiply 8 times 5, we get 40. 8 times 90, we get 720. And 8 times 400, we get 3,200. When I add those together, I have 3,960. Now I'm going to multiply times my tens place. 90 times 5 is 450. 90 times 90 is 810. And 90 times 400 is, oh wait a minute, Miss Walker, it's not 810, it's 8,100. Pay attention. 90 times 400, 9 times 4 is 36, and I need my 3 zeros, so that gives me 36,000. So I have a 0 in my ones place. 5 plus 0 is 5. 4 plus 1 is 5. Plus 0 is 5. 8 plus 6 is 14. Regroup my 1. So I have 44,550. Let's add those two together. 0 plus 0 is 0. 6 plus 5 is 11. 9 plus 1 is 10. 10 plus 5 is 15. 1 plus 3 is 4. 4 plus 4 is 8. Bring down my 4. And again, we started with hundredths. And we multiplied by 100. So we're going to divide by 100, and that puts our decimal right there between the 5 and the 1. So let's try it in standard algorithm. 8 times 5 gives us 40. 8 times 9 is 72. 72 plus 4 is 76. 8 times 4 is 32. 32 plus 7 is 39. And there's my matching partial products. Now moving to the tens place, we're going to put a 0 in our ones place. 9 times 5 is 45. 9 times 9 is 81, plus 4 is 85. And 9 times 4 is 36, plus 8 is 44. So again, my partial products are matching up. 0 plus 0 is 0. 6 plus 5 is 11. 9 plus 1 is 10. 10 plus 5 is 15. 1 plus 3 is 4. 4 plus 4 is 8. Nothing to add to my 4. Again, because I started with 100, or multiplying times 100, I'm going to divide by 100. And my decimal goes there. So that could be read as 485 and 1/10, or 485 and 10/100ths. Last problem. Wild and craziness going on up in here. We've got 395 thousandths times 23, and you're going, Miss Walker, no, but it's easy because we can do 3 by 2 multiplication. We're just going to multiply by 1,000 and turn that 395 thousandths into 395. And then we're just going to multiply 3-digit by 2-digit. 3 times 5 is 15. 3 times 9 is 200, or times 90 is 270. 3 times 300 is 900. Second row times 20. 5 times 20 is 100. 20 times 90 is 1,800. And 20 times 300 is 6,000. Miss Walker forgot to add her first row. So we have 0, 0. 1 plus 8 is 9. 6 plus 1 is 7. Let me go back and add these up for you. 5 plus 0 is 5. 7 plus 1 is 8. 2 plus 9 is 11. We're going to add these two together. And we get 90 and 85 hundredths. Let's check our math by doing it with standard algorithm. 3 plus 5 is 15. 3 times 9, 5 is 15. 3 times 9 is 27, plus 1 is 28. 3 times 3 is 9. 9 plus 2 is 11. And yay, Miss Walker did it right. So, moving over to my tens place, let's cross that out because we used it. 0 in the ones place, 5 times 2 is 10. 2 times 9 is 18, plus 1 is 19. Got to regroup another 1. 2 times 3 is 6, plus 1 is 7. Add these up. 5, 8, 0. Regroup the 1. 1 plus 7 is 8, plus 1 more is 9. Now, oh, Miss Walker, that's not where the decimal goes, is it? No, ma'am. It should be between the 9 and the 0. Because I multiplied by 1,000, I've got to divide 9,085 divided by 1,000. So we know 9,000 divided by 1,000 should give us 9. Everything else is to the right of the decimal. So that's our answer. 9 and 85 thousandths. So, hope that made sense. If you need help, please let us know. Have a great weekend.